Hello friends, in this video we will solve more problems on number system. Let us begin. First question is now appeared on the screen. The range of signed decimal numbers that can be represented by 6-bit ones complement number is, and some ranges are given. So we know that whether we go for ones complement or twos complement or signed magnitude representation, every number system has a range in which it can represent the number, and again it is a function of what size of number that we are trying to represent. That is, let's say if size of number is n bit, we know that signed number representation will have three techniques. I'm sure you remember all the three techniques. Let me just remind you. The first technique is known as signed magnitude representation. Am I right? The second method is ones complement representation. And the last method is twos complement representation. Now this is you have already studied in theory. As I always keep saying that you must learn a theory in detail, because if the concepts are clear, it motivates you and it makes quite easier for you to solve any gate problem. So I'm talking about first these two. Then they have got a common factor. If it is n bit in size, for signed magnitude as well as for ones complement representation, the range formula is fixed. That is minus of 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1 to positive 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. Represent. When it comes to twos complement representation, the range is given as minus of 2 raised to n minus 1 to positive of 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. So this range you must remember. Right now the question is related to ones complement number. So I have to refer this formula only. Is that right? So just substitute the size of number. Now it is 6-bit. It means the value of n is 6. So it comes out to be like this. Minus of 2 raised to. Now n is equal to 6. So this is 6 minus 1 minus 1 to positive of 2 raised to 6 minus 1 minus 1. So it comes out to be minus 31 to positive 31. So option number A is the correct option. Remember, if this question was related to, let's say, twos complement number, then the correct option would be D, that is minus 32 to positive 31. So right now your option number A is a correct option. Let's move to the next question. Decimal 43 in hexadecimal and BCD number system respectively. So actually they are asking you representing decimal 43 in hexadecimal as well as in BCD respectively, what they will show you. So 4 options are given. Out of 4 options, first gives you hexadecimal and second representing BCD number. So let's see what is the correct option. So decimal 43, it means the original number is in decimal form. Am I right? First of all, I'll try to convert it into binary. So how do we do that? We know that binary weights are given like this: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Is that right? We know that 32 plus 8 is what? 40. See, I want to go up to 43. So to have 3 more, below 2 and below 1 I'll write 1, and rest of the bits would be equal to 0. So this is how we convert decimal number into binary very easily. See what I did? Again, 43 to the base 10. So below 32, below 8 I have written 1, which gives you sum as 40. If you want 3 more, then below 2, below 1 just write 1, and this is a unique representation of 43 to the base 10 in binary. This time you don't have to really worry about whether it is positive 43 or negative 43. When they don't mention, please treat the given number as unsigned number. Please mark my words, what I said. You don't have to really worry about this MSB bit, whether it is 1 or 0, so it is quite immaterial, because if they haven't mentioned whether it is 1's complement, 2's complement or signed magnitude form, or they say whether it is a signed number, means that they are talking about unsigned number. And in unsigned number, every number is positive. There is no negative number. So this is a binary representation, right? What I want its hexadecimal representation now. We know that when a binary number is given, how do we convert it into hexadecimal? We start from right to left and we make group of 4 binary bits. That is, when I'm starting over here, 1011 becomes the first group and next group can be written as 01. As you can see that to make it 4 bit, 2 bits are less, so we keep them as 00. Again, don't use a sign extension concept here, for God's sake, because they are not at all talking about signed number category, they are unsigned. On top of this, now you just write 8421. Here I'll write 8421. This is the method to convert binary to hexadecimal. If you have watched the previous videos, then it wouldn't be big deal for you. So 0010, as you can see, a logic 1 is below 2. So this gives you 2 and this gives you B. Why B? Because it is like this. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11 and 11 means it is B, right? So 2B is the correct answer. So hexadecimal representation is 2B hex or 2B to the base 16. So as you can see now, option A and option D have eliminated. Option B and option C are the only options which gives you correct hexadecimal representation. But again, 2 options cannot be seen. So the correct option would be figured it out by having its BCD number representation. How do we convert this into BCD? It's very, very easy. See, it is done directly from decimal number. Because what it says, what BCD stands for? BCD stands for binary coded decimal. Binary coded decimal. It means every decimal digit just converted into binary. I repeat, every decimal digit converted into binary. I'm talking about decimal number 43. So what do you do? 43 to the base 10. Just separate them as if they are different digits. Below every digit, just write 8421. Just write 8421. Now what I do? 4 can be represented as 0100 and 3 can be represented as 0011 because 2 plus 1 is 3 and here below 4 I have written 1. Then the resulting number, please don't get confused, this is not binary, this is what we called as a BCD number representation. Please understand that below every decimal digit just write 8421 and just convert it into binary. It definitely gives you BCD number. Now if you look at options, option number B is the correct option because this is a wrong representation. This cannot be a representation of 43 to the base 10. So let's move to the next question now. X is 0110 and Y is 11001 are two 5-bit binary numbers represented in 2's complement format. The sum of X and Y represented in 2's complement format using 6-bit is. The question says clearly, this time you have to take care of sign bit. Is that right? Because they are talking about 2's complement format. 2's complement format means it is clear indication that they are signed numbers, right? But you don't have to do something because you have to just take summation of X and Y and you have to give the answer in 6-bit. It's very easy. Note that both the numbers are individually 5-bit in size and you should give your answer in 6-bit. Let us go on trying this. So what I'll do, I'll just take only summation and I'm sure you remember summation rules of binary. Remember, if you don't know, 0 plus 0, sum 0, carry 0. 0 plus 1, sum is 1, carry is 0. 1 plus 0, of course, sum is 1, carry is 0. But when it comes to 1 plus 1, remember, sum is 0 and carry is 1. Remember, 1 plus 1, sum is always 0, carry is always 1. So keep these things in mind and just add X with Y. So if you do so, X is what? It is 01110. It is added with Y. So Y is 11 0 1. Let's go on adding this. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1, sum 0, carry 1, again double 1, sum 0, carry 1. I'll tell you, if this was 5-bit, this is also 5-bit, result has to be 6-bit. Again, it's not a rule. What I'm actually trying to convey you the question. They wanted the result in 6-bit in size. So I'll tell you what most of the students will do. They will take this 5-bit, it's something as a sum and carry as 1, including that it becomes a 6-bit, right? And surprisingly, you will find it in particular options. Do we have that option here? Yes, option number A is actually showing that answer, but let me tell you this is a wrong option. You have to remember something, that when it comes to 2's complement summation, whatever carry comes, we always discard it. Please don't forget this. We always discard the carry in 2's complement form. We always discard the carry in 2's complement form. In fact, if you have seen the videos where I have made you understand subtraction using r's complement and r minus 1's complement, in r's complement we always discard the carry. Don't forget that we always discard the carry. But then students may get question, sir, how do we know that we are subtracting? We have only done addition. Let me remind you, MSB of x is 0, indicates it's a positive number. MSB of y is 1, it indicates it's a negative number. So even though you are adding them, you know that positive number when added with negative number, it is indirectly a subtraction. So your carry has to be discarded always. So please don't forget that we discard the carry. Resultant answer is again 5-bit. Please notice your answer is just 5-bit in size. That is 0 0 1 1 is 5-bit now, right? But what your answer should be? Should it be 5-bit only or 6-bit? 6-bit. Is that a signed number? Of course it's a signed number, because from the beginning only they said it is a 2's complement format. So if you want to go for expanding it to 6-bit, what you do? I'm sure you remember, you expand it with the help of MSB. If MSB equal to 0, it means you are going to expand it with leading zeros. So 0 0 1 1 was the original number. I'm going to write extra 0 here in order to make it 6-bit. And now if you see carefully, option number C is the correct option you will come across. But let me tell you, I'm going to solve the same problem by using a different method so that it becomes quite easy for you to really accept this, okay? Because it is quite difficult to digest that you are discarding the carry, then the result has become 5-bit, which is unfortunately in this case it is positive, and the answer has become 6-bit. Why don't we consider that carry, and why can't we make it 6-bit during that time only? So I'll prove it by solving the same problem by different method. Then you will get convinced to this theory also. So as I said, I'll try to solve this problem using different method. So I'll again copy x and y here. See, the value of x was 0 1 1 0, is that right? And a value of y was 1 1 0 0 1, am I right? Now we know that it is in 2's complement form, and when it comes to 2's complement form, their binary weights are known to us, right? How do we write their binary weights? We write it like this. See, 1 2 4 8. Now what should be the weight? Should it be plus 16 or minus 16? Of course it has to be minus 16 compulsory, am I right? Because it is what we called as 2's complement representation. So now if you try to recognize this number, ones are below 8 4 2. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 is 14. So this is actually 14 to the base 10, and that too, since MSB is 0, this is definitely positive 14 to the base 10. Am I right? Don't forget, our motive is to add x with y. So I'm going to add this with value y. And what is y? As you can see, MSB is 1. It means definitely it will give you negative number. So just go on adding the respective weights below which it appears to be logic 1. So minus 16 plus 8 is minus 8, and minus 8 plus 1, it is minus 7. So you're going to add it with minus 7 to the base 10. Naturally, 14 plus minus 7 is 14 minus 7, and 14 minus 7 will definitely give you positive 7 to the base 10. Am I right? So what is the result? Please don't forget, what is the result? Result is positive 7 to the base 10. If it is positive 7 to the base 10, can I write this as 0,111? But 0,111 to the base 2 is how much in size? It is 4-bit in size. Let's say if I want to make it 5-bit, then what should be the answer? The answer should be 0,0,111 to the base 2. This is 5-bit. If I want to represent it using 6-bit, then what are you supposed to do? Then just see MSB. MSB is 0, so you go on expanding with the MSB, right? See? Now, as you can now see, still the answer is 0,0,0,111. We'll just go back and we will see whether we got the same result. 0,0,0,111. As you can see, 0,0,0,111 is the correct answer. See, I'm telling you, if your concepts are clear, then you start thinking, solving the same question in multiple ways, and that's the whole idea of cracking the gate. If you get this idea how to solve the same problem by different methods, by different perspective, then it gives you a clear vision about the subject, right? Let's move to the next problem. The number of bytes required to represent decimal number 1856357 in packed BCD form is. So let's see how to deal with this. See, I'll tell you. Suppose I have digit 5 to the base 10. Then I can represent in BCD just by writing 8421 below it. So now if you see, it would be 4 plus 1 is 5, and rest of the bits would be 0. And how many bits are required to represent 5? Then I would say 4 bit. Is that right? Or let's say if I have 15 to the base 10, then below 5 I have to write 8421, below 1 I have to write 8421. See, this is the standard procedure to convert decimal to BCD. Why I'm converting into BCD? Because I want BCD form, right? So 5 can be represented as 4 plus 1 is 5, and to represent 1, below 1 only I'll write 1, rest of the bits are 0. This requires what? 8-bit. Now let me come to a very important conclusion. If you want to represent a decimal number into BCD form, every digit of decimal gives you 4-bit. Please try to emphasize on my statement. Every decimal digit gives you 4 bits of binary in BCD form. So if you want to represent 15 to the base 10, of course you require what? How many bits? 8 bits. If you want to represent, let's say 123 to the base 10, now without really converting it, can you now guess how many bits are required of binary? Of course 12-bit will be required. So this would be a 12-bit BCD number. So this would be a 12-bit BCD number. Am I right? So now this is a clear indication. Now we can identify how many bits would be required for this. So let's note the number. It is 1856357. So if one digit takes 4 bit, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see that it is 7 digit. So 7 digit into 4, it takes 28 bit. Am I right? So size of the number in terms of bit I have got, which is 28 bit. But what I want answer is number of bytes required to represent. We should know the relation between bit and byte then. So what is the relation? Relation is 8 bit is 1 byte. Don't forget. 8 bit is what? 1 byte. Then what I want to identify, 28 bit requires how many byte? Because that is the question, right? So what we do? We just divide it by 8. In that case, if you do this, 28 divided by 8, it gives you 3.5 byte. Is that right? But let me tell you, when it comes to a memory has to be always integer in size. I mean, I cannot write 3.5 byte, right? So I have to always write the higher integer number out of it. So 3.5 byte gives me answer as 4. So practically, if you want to see how much bytes are required to represent decimal number, then in this case it is 4 byte. So it was very simple. So remember, one digit of decimal number gives you 4-bit BCD number. If you want to represent 7-digit decimal number into BCD, then of course it requires 28 bits. 8-bit is 1 byte, then 28-bit, to convert it into byte, just divide by 8. Get some answer. If the answer is not in the integer or a complete number, then just round off to the higher decimal position. Okay. So 3.5 cannot be rounded off as 3. 3.5 has to be rounded off as 4. So 4 is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. So this is the last question. A new binary coded penetry system, BCP system, is proposed in which every digit of base 5 number is represented by corresponding 3-bit binary code. For example, the base 524 will be represented in its BCP code as 010100. In this numbering system, in base 5 system, the BCP code 100100111001 corresponds to following number base 5 system. So we'll try to understand the question first. So just read this. This is their own system. Now they have proposed a new system, stands for BCP. BCP stands for Binary Coded Penetry System. Here Penetry system indicates it is base 5. Okay, so they are saying it is base 5 system. I'm sure you understand what is base 5 system. See, base 5 is that system in which only 5 digits are allowed, that is from 0 to 4 only. 0 to 4 only. That's the reason why in all options, as you can see, none of them is exceeding 4, right? 4 is the maximum digit you will see in every option. Fine. So every number in base 5 is represented using 3-bit binary code. So to understand it, they have given one example. They are trying to represent 24 in BCP format like this. So we'll try to see how this 24 is converted into BCP. It is very easy. See, this 24. Now what is the base? Don't forget, the base is 5. They have tried to represent it into binary. So 4 is written like this, 100, and 2 is written as 010. Now if you notice, this is quite a standard way to represent a binary code, because on top of every binary set I'll write 4 to 1 here. See, I'll write just 4 to 1 here, and now you will surprised to know that this is the normal way we convert decimal numbers into binary or decimal numbers into BCD. So this is just a BCP format. Just write 4 to 1 below every digit and just convert it, right? So right now they're asking us a reverse procedure. Now the BCP code is given to you and you have to identify what number they are trying to propose in decimal. So let's first of all copy the number, which is 1000 100 11001, right? Now what I'll do, I know that I have to actually group them in 3 bits because every digit gives you 3-bit binary code. So just go on grouping the bits. So this becomes the first group, which is 001. Next group I can say 011. Next group I can say it is 010. And the last group is 100. Luckily we got exact groups, right? So always remember, whenever you are grouping this number of bits, whether in a group of 4 or whether in group of 3, always start from right to left. Okay, so 001, on top of it I'll write just 4 to 1 everywhere. So this 4 to 1, you can see that logic 1 is present only below 1. I'll write 1. Here 2 plus 1, because 1s are below 2 and 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Here 1 is present only below 2. This is 2. And here 1 is only below 4. So this is 4. So what is the resultant number? Resultant number is 4231 to the base. Of course not 10. It is to the base 5. So as you can see, it is matching with option D. Option D is the correct answer. So I'm sure you must have understood this problem. And now I'm sure you must have got enough confidence in number system. Thank you.